your card, okay? And we are officially a go. So welcome here. Okay, so Dad, we're going to try to, oh, not your brother, excuse me, your son. Not your brother. Excuse me, my dear. Silly me. You do have multiple people on the other side, but I misspoke there. So let's see, 8, 25, 25. Your dad says, he goes, I've been gone for a while, Cato. It was one medical thing, and then we stacked another medical thing on top of it, and then we stacked another medical thing on top of it. He makes me feel like he passes of something of the upper chest. So this could be something medical that declined him, then just kind of went down all at once. I don't think we necessarily saw it coming. I feel like an inability to communicate too. Didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Oh, heart surgery. Did he pass during the surgery? Yeah, you stack a medical thing, stack a medical thing, stack a medical thing, something of the upper chest, a decline toward the end. He had heart surgery. Okay, so he also says, first he had put in that little fact that he's like, I passed a bit ago, so 5 years plus, I don't know, right after, and I did not get to say goodbye. Oh my goodness, but he says thank you for everything you did or have done in honor of his memory. No, he goes, no, before, so even leading up to the heart surgery, I feel like you did a lot. Don't let that go unnoticed. He also says you have clothes in honor of his memory. Love how he gives us that fact of the upper chest and one medical thing and another, and shortly after heart surgery, he ends up passing. There's that decline, and we didn't expect him to pass. He went down all at once, which is that feeling that we didn't get a chance to say goodbye, which is wild. So, gotta love it. Great communicator. So let's talk to the son a little bit. Sons are a little more difficult to get to, especially when you're talking to mom. He says he takes partial responsibility for the situation. He goes going, gone, Cato, just like whap, all at once. I think it was, and he says where you stand in it is feeling like, let's say he's going right for a trap, right from something like if you're an adult, you should probably move before you, and it's like you go to grab him, but it's just like, I don't know, but that's the grief. You couldn't have done it. You couldn't have brought him back from that situation. There's like a, but nothing's in your hands. Like last minute, taking responsibility. That's the first thing he's got to say here is that he takes partial responsibility for the situation. You can't, he was shot in his temple. He says by somebody that he knew, somebody that he was actually close to, somebody that you also know. And let's say somebody doesn't necessarily get super held accountable, but they get 3 years for it or something super just ridiculous. And then he takes partial responsibility for what he was up to when that had happened, he takes partial responsibility for allowing the emotions to escalate. You believe his grandma did it? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Riddle me this. All I need is this one ingredient. Did he ever struggle with drugs or alcohol? Did he ever? I'm saying, did he ever? That's what I'm saying. I'm not pointing anybody out. Absolutely not. Why do you think it's grandma? Because the only way I would feel like it's that is if we're putting something right again or we're stopping something. But when we say it's not grandma, I feel like it's almost someone younger too, like someone put him up to it, or hey, want to go to your grandma's today, or hey, want to do this today, or because she hated him. I don't think she'd have had the stuff. I could say conspired and supply. I don't think she had the stuff to do it. I think she'd have got someone to do it for her in a way. That's what I would say. That's exactly what I would say. I'd say we got someone to do it for her. Not saying she didn't have a hand in it, but he's saying he's partial responsibility for the situation because something tells me, let's say we're not just accusing somebody of being a murderer, right? Let's say we know before we go over there that it's going to be issues. We know before we go over there who's going to be over there. We have someone, or it could even be you. Someone has a feeling, but we don't trust our gut because it's like a trap. He says, and it looks like scissors. It's like a trap. You're like, no, don't go there. No, don't go there. I knew it. So trust yourself. You have to ask yourself, what did I feel like was going to happen? Did they say something previously to that as well? So I'm not trying to accuse nothing of nobody. But first thing we need to know is that your son's okay on the other side. He goes, clothes, dirty clothes. I'm like, okay, cool. So we have things unwashed of his. We have things that smell exactly like him. He goes, Kato, she has so much of my things. He says that he may be cremated, but it would break your heart. Her story did not line up, and she kept changing her story. Yeah, I think that she knew more than she needed to, or like conspired with the old neighbor, or something like conspired with the next door neighbor. So blah 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 blah. I'm not saying. I'm just saying her hands are not the only dirty ones, to be honest with you. Okay, and you have a bunch of his things. He loves the way you're choosing to honor his memory. I have his ashes. His grandma took the other half. And he's talking about, because remember how he said earlier that the person responsible for it, like, really didn't get any time and there was no justice that was served? His soul needs you to know that he is crossed over completely on the other side. He's able to visit you in dreams. You see him through, he could leave you coins. He could leave you repeating numbers. He communicates with you in the back of your mind, still makes you laugh even though he's not here. He knows when you, visit his items that you have in honor of his memory, and so he wants you, if you can, to not chase it, because there is no justice. Okay, it's like there is no justice for it. Like, we want proof, we want answers. Like, you're gonna chase it forever. He says, you've had me in a past life, you did a great job with me in this life, and I'm gonna see you in the next one, but we can still have that energetic spiritual relationship while you're still here. Let me guide you through synchronicities, he says. So I love this. Your boy's on board. He ain't leaving his mama. He might have physically had to leave, but energetically, if you're still willing to tune into him, absolutely still here.